something around again. She can't go wrong. She never waits too long.
Ric Ocasek had remained silent for many years about his relationship with Benjamin Orr. But before his death, he unexpectedly revealed a truth powerful enough to change the way fans viewed the twin souls of the Cars. What he shared not only caused a stir, but also reopened a chapter long buried beneath hit songs and stage lights. That truth led many to wonder what had truly happened between the two men who created one of the most distinctive voices of the 1980s. Let us move into the journey of uncovering what Ric never spoke of until his final days. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr met in Columbus when both were still searching for a steady musical direction. Their similarities in creative thinking allowed them to quickly recognize how well they complemented each other. The practice sessions in small rooms formed the earliest foundation of their long-term collaboration. They joined several local bands, such as ID Nirvana and Grassroots, constantly experimenting to find the right sound. Working together within small groups helped Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr understand each other's strengths. These projects were not prominent, they created a durable bond. Their collaboration advanced further with Milkwood,
Tried to talk it over, and over it we talked.
where they released a folk album that did not achieve commercial success. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr saw this outcome as a necessary experiment. Facing failure together strengthened their trust and fueled their desire to search for a new direction. They moved to Boston to expand their opportunities, taking part in small projects to maintain activity. This decision reflected their seriousness in building a musical path. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr continued writing testing styles and improving their performance skills. In Boston, they met Elliot Easton, Greg Hawkes, and David Robinson, laying the groundwork for a more stable lineup. The combination of Ric Ocasek's songwriting, Benjamin Orr's vocals, and the technical skills of the other members created a clearer direction. This element became crucial in forming the Cars. The Cars were officially formed, developing through clearly defined roles. Ric Ocasek handled songwriting and the cool-toned lead vocals, while Benjamin Orr contributed steady bass lines and warm vocals. This coordination became a defining characteristic of the group compared to other bands of the time. The debut album, titled The Cars, marked a significant breakthrough. Songs such as Just What I Needed, My Best Friend's Girl, and Good Times Roll drew strong attention. Many tracks sung by Benjamin Orr helped establish the group's distinct musical identity. The success of the debut album was followed by numerous new projects, strengthening the Cars' position within the new wave and pop rock scene. Ric Ocasek continued to play a core role in songwriting, creating a consistent appeal. The blend of synth textures and guitar established a recognizable style. During continuous activity, the band released several highly successful albums and quickly became an MTV icon. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr received particular attention due to their contrasting harmonious images. This added more appeal to the band in the eyes of the public. Ric Ocasek's tall, slender frame and dark sunglasses created a cool presence, while Benjamin Orr conveyed warmth and calmness. This contrast led fans to view them as two essential counterparts. Many considered them the central axis that shaped the Cars' identity. Ric Ocasek once stated that he would never join any band without Benjamin Orr. This acknowledgement clearly reflected the importance of their collaboration. From the outside, their relationship was regarded as a foundation, helping the Cars maintain stable appeal during their successful years. Their musical harmony came not only from their roles on stage, but also from the continuous work leading up to it. Ric Ocasek held the central position in songwriting, while Benjamin Orr brought depth through his vocals. This combination built a steady structure for the band's unique style. The early years of success helped the Cars establish a strong position. The lineup remained intact, allowing consistency in creativity and performance. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr maintained harmony, continuing to produce work that attracted wide audiences. Sustained success strengthened the Cars' reputation in the music market. Their consistency made them one of the most distinctive groups within the new wave genre. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr continued to play central roles in all of the band's activities. A series of hits earned the band a loyal listener base. Frequent tours expanded their musical reach. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr remained prominent figures, forming an inseparable image in the minds of fans. The Cars' achievements throughout their most prosperous period demonstrated the strong cohesion among the members. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr supported each other's work, producing steady results. This foundation allowed the band to continue developing for many years. Those bright lights were only on the surface. Beneath the flawless shell, the first cracks had quietly appeared and were close to breaking open. Conflict erupts. The album Door to Door marked a time when tension rose sharply within the group. The atmosphere in the studio became heavy as the members struggled to find common ground. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr carried the greatest pressure because of their differences in creative direction. Conflict appeared clearly when Benjamin Orr wanted to bring his girlfriend, Diane Gray Page, into the songwriting process. The proposal was firmly rejected by Ric Ocasek because he wanted to maintain consistency in the working method. His insistence made the atmosphere even more divided. Ric Ocasek maintained near-total control over songwriting, creating a sense of limitation for Benjamin Orr. Paulina Poriskova described Ric Ocasek as a dictator of a small country, reflecting his firmness. This view indicated the strong level of control he exerted. During the tour following this album, the distance between the two men grew more visible. Benjamin Orr chose to travel in a separate vehicle and became more withdrawn. Their communication decreased to the smallest level, creating a coldness that had never existed before. Benjamin Orr's drinking increased as the schedule grew more intense. These changes made it difficult for the band to maintain stability. Performances continued, though the atmosphere backstage was no longer unified as before. The sales of Door to Door were considered the lowest in the band's history. Pressure increased on Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr because they were the core of the Cars. Public expectations caused existing conflicts to become more pronounced. After completing all commitments, the Cars faced an important decision. The accumulated differences could not be resolved, leading the band to end its activities. The breakup unfolded quietly without public confrontation, showed a deep fracture. Ric Ocasek quickly moved into solo projects and took on production roles for many other artists. He maintained his position in the industry through his writing skills and ability to capture new styles. This shift enabled him to continue building a steady career. Benjamin Orr released a solo album but did not gain significant impact. He performed with smaller bands to maintain his work. His career path after leaving the Cars unfolded quietly and received little attention. The deeper cause of the breakup lay in the imbalance of songwriting power. Ric Ocasek controlled most of the musical content, while Benjamin Orr received much recognition for his voice. Differences in the level of media attention placed additional strain on the Cars. Ric Ocasek was often mentioned as the brain of the group, while Benjamin Orr was praised for his vocals but rarely acknowledged in other roles. This created a disparity in perception. There was no direct public conflict, though the increasing silence reflected a broken relationship. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr were unable to find common ground after their long period of success. The lack of communication caused the fracture to deepen quietly but strongly. The remaining members attempted to maintain professionalism during the final period. The opposition between Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr made it impossible for the group to continue. Everything ended in a subdued atmosphere filled with heaviness. This period marked a major change in the structure of their relationship. From a partnership considered essential, they became two individuals without shared direction. The distance became increasingly clear and difficult to mend. After the band disbanded, the silence between Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr prolonged and gradually became the default state. Unresolved issues kept them from reconnecting. This pushed the relationship into a frozen condition. The distance did not create public disputes, but became a strong, invisible boundary. Each pursued his own path, with no sharing or discussion about their shared past. This showed a complete break in personal connection. The breakup of the Cars was not only the end of a shared career, but also the closing of a relationship seen as the foundation of the band's success. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr could not regain the harmony they once had. Silence settled over the years that followed. When the Cars officially disbanded in 1988, the door between Ric and Ben closed as well, opening a Cold War that would last more than a decade. A long Cold War. Ric Ocasek described this silence as a Cold War that continued without anyone taking the initiative to break it. The description reflected the fatigue of confronting unresolved disagreements. Each chose silence instead of trying to communicate. In the few interviews he gave, Ric Ocasek acknowledged the existence of jealousy from Benjamin Orr. His writing of nearly all of the songs drew more public attention toward himself. The situation created a sense of imbalance within the partnership. Ric Ocasek said he recognized the secrecy in Benjamin Orr's emotions, but could not determine the exact point when conflict began. The uncertainty made everything difficult to explain. The condition pushed them into increasing distance. Benjamin Orr rarely mentioned Ric Ocasek publicly, though those close to him said he felt overshadowed within the band. His voice was considered a major asset, though the group's fame was largely associated with Ric Ocasek. The contrast created a quiet influence. Ric Ocasek's life after leaving the Cars unfolded in New York, where he lived with his family and pursued production work. He preferred separation from his previous environment. This direction helped him maintain a notable position in the industry. Benjamin Orr lived in Vermont and later moved to Atlanta, continuing his musical activity through small groups. His life was quieter and more modest. These efforts kept him connected to music without drawing much public attention. Throughout this time, fans consistently hoped for a reunion of the Cars. Invitations to perform were sent out, though they did not receive agreement from Ric Ocasek. The coldness between the two men was the greatest barrier preventing any proposal from materializing. Some other members of the Cars once hoped circumstances might change, though the silence between Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr blocked every possibility. The distance did not originate from explosive conflict, but from quietness that was difficult to undo. This made the situation harder to interpret. Ric Ocasek sometimes shared that he still thought about his former partner, but did not take steps to reach out. The hesitation prolonged the separation. It reflected his uncertainty in confronting his own past. Benjamin Orr continued to maintain a quiet demeanor. He focused on his work and personal life, avoiding mention of old disagreements. The situation made the picture of their relationship blurred, with little clear information explaining the cause. As time passed, the distance between them became normalized. Silence no longer felt as uncomfortable as before, and turned into a state of acceptance. The shift represented a form of letting go without an official conclusion. Benjamin Orr focused on small performances, sustaining his passion in a steady way. The choices reflected a simple life with few disruptions. The direction also made his connection with Ric Ocasek fade further. Ric Ocasek occasionally said that time moved too quickly and that old misunderstandings became difficult to pinpoint. The remark showed a quiet regret, though not strong enough to prompt action. The feeling lingered and remained unresolved. The heavy silence lasted for 12 years, until a shocking piece of news in 2000 forced Ric to break the ice. Emotional farewell. When Benjamin Orr received a terminal pancreatic cancer diagnosis, the news quickly reached Ric Ocasek and delivered a powerful shock. He understood clearly that there was no longer much time to hesitate. The fear of losing his former partner pushed him to act immediately. Ric Ocasek took the initiative to reach out again after the prolonged silence. The decision came from worry and regret over unresolved matters. Breaking the silence expressed his wish to heal the relationship before everything became too late. Their reunion after a long separation unfolded in a quiet, relieving atmosphere. Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr spent time speaking honestly without dwelling on old conflicts. The choice to focus on the present allowed both to feel a rare sense of comfort. Paulina Poriskova shared that Ric Ocasek was genuinely frightened when he learned about Benjamin Orr's condition. The emotion encouraged him to open up and express things he had kept unspoken. The reaction showed the importance of the relationship in his thoughts. Benjamin Orr continued to perform even as his health weakened. The final show in Alaska demonstrated his resilience and his love for the stage. The moment showed his desire to stay connected to music until the end. Benjamin Orr's passing in Atlanta brought great pain to Ric Ocasek. He was present in the final days to accompany him and provide the necessary presence. The fact showed that the bond between them endured regardless of the years of silence. Ric Ocasek needed a long time to express the loss through music. The song Silver on the album Nexterday became his way of conveying emotion for the longtime friend who had shared a deep connection. The lyrics reflected profound respect and sorrow. In Silver, Ric Ocasek referred to Benjamin Orr as my right hand and my friend. The gentle choice of words carried significant meaning. The moment marked one of the rare times he publicly revealed his personal emotions through his music. Paulina Poriskova said Ric Ocasek rarely spoke about his feelings, though Benjamin Orr was an exception. Expressing himself through the song showed his intention to preserve the relationship in the most meaningful way. The work stood as proof of an unerasable bond. Many fans perceived Silver as a delicate farewell. The lines reflected understanding and the deep sense of loss that Ric Ocasek carried. The public saw a rarely shown side of him after years of maintaining distance from the media. After Benjamin Orr's death, Ric Ocasek admitted in an interview that some of their conflicts originated from jealousy and misunderstanding. The explanation arrived late, but carried sincerity. The admission was viewed as the truth fans had long wondered about. Ric Ocasek said he regretted not resolving the issues between them sooner. The statements were not meant to assign blame, but to clarify what had been left open. The approach showed an honest look back at their shared path. The public appreciated this openness because it helped clarify many long-standing questions. Without detailing every conflict, Ric Ocasek still demonstrated maturity and perspective. The clarity eased misunderstandings surrounding their relationship. The Cars later reunited for a period, though, without Benjamin Orr. His absence gave the group's activities a nostalgic tone. The remaining members acknowledged an irreplaceable void. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction marked a significant recognition for the Cars. Ric Ocasek mentioned Benjamin Orr as an essential part of their achievements. The statement affirmed clearly the role he played in the band's history. Benjamin Orr's death led Ric Ocasek to reflect on their entire journey since the day they met. He viewed the relationship as an important part of his career and life. The connection continued to exist in his memory and in the music he left behind. In his final years, Ric Ocasek lived privately, but still remembered the influence of his former partner. Every rare comment he made showed respect. The gestures proved that past distance could not erase shared value. Ric Ocasek passed away from heart disease, closing a long road filled with contributions. His earlier admissions gave audiences a fuller understanding of the story between him and Benjamin Orr. The truth carried sincerity without dramatic flair. Even with conflict and silence, the relationship between Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr remained remembered as an important part of the Cars' history. The bond represented a rare form of collaboration in music. Their legacy continued to be appreciated over time. The journey between Ric Ocasek and Benjamin Orr ended with a late but meaningful reconciliation, showing that even enduring conflicts can be healed when people choose communication and release. The story reflected not only regret, but also a reminder of the value of friendship, honesty, and gratitude for those who once accompanied us. Their music lives on as evidence of a bond that cannot be erased. Subscribe to the channel today to never miss authentic, deeply layered stories from the legends of music.